You know, I'm an atheist, but I'm really good friends with a priest for purposes of insurance. I'm one of those old-fashioned guys. I really believe that children are best seen and not heard. And that's one of the main reasons I made friends with a pediatric surgeon who specializes in vocal cords. But yeah, it's good to see you guys are laughing and having a good time. A good friend of mine, Melissa, she had a little bit of a rough experience earlier this week. She's a very dedicated feminist. She was giving a whole speech. Unfortunately, during the speech, a group of Irish misogynists started heckling her and wouldn't stop the entire speech. And I don't know about you, all you folks, but I just hate hearing about cases of oppression by the patriarchy. But, you know, it's a little bit warmer this week. In Jersey, as you know, we just had a horrible winter, and I don't know if any of you heard, but the state of New Jersey actually had to launch a bear patrol this winter. But it was an incredible success because over 30 bearded gay men found jobs as security guards. I like to read the news a lot. One of the interesting things, I was passing by this story, and apparently, right now, they've had a method where, for just $5,000, you can build a completely self-sustaining, off-the-grid home. Or you can just give up your delusions and move on with the rest of your life. One of the things that I like to say when I read the news is it's refreshing to get to see other countries' leaders fucking up horribly. Like, you just get used to America all the time. It's like, no, there's a whole big world of political incompetence. One of the interesting things is Greece recently had a big election. They elected a very left-wing party named Syriza, and this party is having a lot of arguments with Germany because Greece has a lot of foreign debt that they owe to Germany. And Greece isn't making a lot of headway, so finally this week, their Prime Minister, Alex Tsipras, said, you know what, Germany, we're not taking this anymore. In fact, we're going to seize property because you still owe us debts from the war. And I'm just like, man, I don't know much about Greco-German relations, but I think when you pull out the Hitler card, you've lost a debate. I mean, that's just what's really tough about getting into an argument with a German, because you can't pull that card, but it's like the ultimate trump card you want to pull. I knew a couple of Germans when I lived in Europe, when I was living in Spain, and they're really good people. It's a really cool country. It's like when you fly into it, it's like the cleanest country you've ever seen. It's amazingly organized. They're very efficient. They're very hardworking, good people. And that's become the stereotype now. So I actually had a conversation with this guy, Mario. He's like, Shawn, why do you want to always say these things about Germans? That we are just efficient and well organized and we build good pieces of machinery? Why is this all that the rest of Europe wants to say about us? Would you like it? We use the previous stereotype. Oh no, we make big cars. Very good. So, one of the other places I've been reading about politics is Russia, and their president, Vladimir Putin, who's the most honest man in the world, according to he's been sick for the past couple of days and is like trying to hide this, which is really hilarious because he keeps sending photos where he's like, this is Wednesday, and they're like, there's a clock in the background that says Monday. And so his press secretary, to dispel all rumors and that people have about the Russian leader, gave the following address. He's like, Vladimir Putin, our president, is in perfect health. In fact, his handshake can break bone. Wow. You're an adult in a suit addressing the international community, and you actually use the phrase, his hand could break bone. I mean, unless you're describing how strong are orcs, for some reason, there's really no need for an adult to use that phrase. Ever. For any reason, and still expected to be taken seriously by the international community. But yeah, like, a lot of people have these stereotypes, but I think one of the things I think is rebranding can help a lot of groups. A lot of people who have a poor reputation, if they just have their image changed a little bit, people might give them a second thought. So, starting next week, I'm going to begin selling a brand of Band-Aids called the Gaza Strip. I said last night, one of the things that kind of bugs me a lot of times is whenever I'm watching TV, it's every now and then they have something, it's like, are the young people of America not that tough? Are the young people of America as tough as they should be? And they always get some like crew-cutted Republican asshole on, and he's always just like, I got the best way possible to separate the men from the boys. And And I think that's stupid, because I've always felt the best way to separate the men from the boys was Child Protective Services. So, you know, they've started, for some reason, in my apartment complex, they've decided to build a dog park. Like, there's just 3 buildings with like a little green space about the size of this room and a tree in it. So they've decided, in logical capitalism, I guess, to turn the only green space brown. But it's not just that annoys me. I think it's really the concept of a dog park, which may be one of the most decadent concepts that the West has ever invented. Because I've been to other parts of the world, and they don't have dog parks. They just have fucking parks. Like, you know, the rest of the world is not like, well, if I take my leash off this dog, is he maybe going to run away and never be caught again? If in 15 seconds your dog can run away such that you were not able to catch him, it wasn't really your dog in the first place. But I mean, just the whole concept of a dog park is just like, okay, first the concept of a dog. It meant that centuries ago, people throughout the world looked and they said, look at the noble wolf. The wolf is a powerful animal. He runs through the plains, you know, slave to no master. He is amazing. So you know what we should do? We should capture a bunch of those wolves, beat them repeatedly, deny them food until they become this small, and we can use them to help get laid from other people. See? I have a dog. This is very interesting. I have no other personality, but I have a dog. It's like when people, you know, need to put on their cars, I'm a dog person. When we smell your car, we're going to very quickly know you're a dog person. Yeah. Delicious beer. So one of the things I've seen very recently is they're always trying to, now they're really trying to push the smartwatch again. And I've never really understood the smartwatch. I've never understood putting the internet on more and more things. Because people think, oh, say I got my smartwatch, it's got internet connection, I can monitor my heart rate, I'm going to be able to figure out where I am at all times. Look, all that putting the internet on a new device is going to do is enable you to get dick pics faster. Nothing else. That's all the internet really does these days. And I just don't really understand, like, why my generation needed to invent the dick pic. Like, I'm speaking to all the guys here. If any of you have ever thought sending a dick pic or have sent a dick pic, it's really ridiculous. Here's why. Before there was the internet on your watch, before there was the internet on the phone, before there was the internet, before there were phones, before there were pictures, before there were pants, women were already privileged to see far more dicks than they ever wanted to see. There's never been a point in history where women were going, if only I could see some dicks. A lot of them don't even have to ask. I was just thinking, like, look, if you want to impress a woman who's not that into you as a romantic partner, and you want to convince her with one picture that you're a good romantic partner, don't send a dick pic. Don't do that. Instead, send a check pic. A picture of an oversized checking account. That's going to get a much better response. Just like, you got back together with Robert? Why? Well, I wasn't gonna, but then he sent me a check pic, and girl, you should have seen all those zeros. The way the economy's going, you could probably just get with an adequate check pic. You got back together with Michael? Well, look, it wasn't the biggest account I've ever seen, but his house and car payments are settled for the next 18 months, so I'm going to give it a shot. You guys are all laughing. Probably, I guess I'll tell you one last thing. So I got a little bit of a gut, I'm not the fattest, not the thinnest, so I try to go to the gym when I can. But what always gets to me about every gym I've ever been to is the first thing when you go to a gym, you have to go up to the front desk. You can't just be like, here's my $10, I'm going to go to the gym today. You want to join the gym? Hold on a second. Yes, Diane, can you come to the front desk? Somebody wants to join the gym. I don't know either, but we're going to have to deal with it. So they bring you in the back room, and they're always just like, so why are you joining the gym? Why would I want to join the gym? Well, there's just so many reasons why people join gyms. Well, you see, I love being overcharged for everything. Constantly being made to feel physically inadequate, and have unbelievably shitty EDM music blasted in my ear non-stop. What nightclubs are open at 3 in the afternoon? So I'm coming to the gym. Now, when I'm starting at the gym, I'm going like to stretch, but I never did sports as a kid, so I don't know like all the good stretches. So there's always somebody there who's like fit running there, and they're always doing some stretches. So you like look over to them, and they do one of these. You're like, oh yeah, do one of those. That was another one of those. And you just, oh yeah, I'll do one of those. But then you realize that they notice that you're looking at them. So you have to pretend that you weren't looking at them by doing the most bizarre stretch possible. I love to stretch this way all the time. This is how they stretch in Paraguay. So you get through the stretching and you get to the machines. One of the most obnoxious things, anybody else here like go to the gym regularly? Okay, so you can back me up with this. Whenever you get to a machine, you'll like do one, not even a full rep. You'll just like get to the pull down, you do one, and someone's, yo man, how long are you gonna be on that? Can I jump in? Can we split? There's 15 other machines free! I know, man, but I like really being an asshole to people I don't know in public places, so can we rotate? Fine. The next person who always comes up, and this is both men and women, is the checker. The one who's like worried that their fit body is going to disappear between sit-ups. There's just these like people you just see like going like, yeah! Oh, it's still there. All right. It's like, yeah! Still there. All right, cool. I was worried. That 5 seconds while I was lifting the weight, my muscles might have all disappeared. It's like, look, we all know that you're going to get laid before any of us. Just shut the fuck up and looking at the mirror. I guess probably the last person that I encountered at the gym is that when you're finally done, and I can't really speak about female locker rooms because I'm not a pervert. So, I get to, and there's always this one guy in like the locker room, in every locker room I've ever been to. It's usually an older gentleman, and it's always this guy. Hey man, yeah, you working on your pecs, huh? I know it feels a little chilly in here. The last time I saw a guy like this at the gym, he was blow drying his balls while trying to have this conversation. So I'm telling you, it's the young people in there. They don't like to work that much. Well, thank you very much for your time. My name is Shawn Barron.